The man was reincarnated as a summoner. If he could gang up on enemies, he would never fight alone. At the age of 6, the protagonist raised his summoning and fusion skills to level 3, unlocking the ability to summon and fuse F-rank monsters, and gaining a skill that could strengthen them. However, his magical power was still too limited at this point. Overusing the enhancement skill would inevitably reduce the number of monsters he could summon, so he had to carefully manage how he used his mana. Since monster fusion came with no recipe guide, and not any two monsters could be combined, the protagonist spent several days experimenting with various pairings. Finally, he unlocked a new summon, a creature that resembled an apple in appearance. Most importantly, this monster provided a mana boost, meaning the protagonist could now accomplish several times more each day. Even so, he still hadn't won a single match against his childhood friend, who possessed the Sword Saint's talent. Now, the biggest obstacle holding him back was his level. Levels could only be raised by defeating monsters, but he was still too young to be allowed into monster hunting squads. Moreover, with a younger brother to care for at home, and his mother expecting a third child, the protagonist, as the eldest son, had to take responsibility. So, he switched all his summons to types that provided stamina and endurance boosts, helping his family with daily physical chores. Another year passed like this, and the protagonist decided to test his abilities. He cleared a patch of wheat field, summoned a large group of frogs with taunting skills, and planned to hunt some pheasants to improve the family's meals. Unexpectedly, what he attracted was a low-tier vulture. Within moments, all the frogs were wiped out. The protagonist thought of fleeing, but remembering he was still only level 1, he couldn't help but consider taking down the vulture. This wasn't blind confidence. His enhancement skill had reached level 2, providing an astonishing 20-fold boost. Plus, after 6 years of stockpiling summons, even if each could only deal 10 points of damage, he could overwhelm the enemy through sheer numbers. The vulture seemed to realize this too, and swiftly launched an attack on the protagonist. Caught off guard, the protagonist found himself at a disadvantage, but he wasn't worried. He still hadn't used many of his other summons.